Monday, April 22nd.
I'm not sure what you've already seen in this video, probably some like breakfast making, probably some like schedule figuring out, because it is Monday. Recently, as in like the past couple of weeks, I've switched from doing my usual Pomodoro method thing, which is basically working in like 25-minute increments, then taking 5-minute breaks throughout the day. Every like third Pomodoro, your like fourth one will be like a longer break. So like after an hour work, you take like a slightly longer break, 15-20 minutes. And that is productive for me. I've done that on and off for years, and it's, I think, really good if you have like 20 things you need to do that are all like priority type things, so you can like touch everything, and then by the end of the week, you know, you've put a couple hours into everything. So, you know, it's not for everybody because it can be a little chaotic if you're using it for that kind of thing, but in general, it's good even if you're working on a long project to kind of like break up the day a little bit so you don't get like overworked, overburdened kind of vibe. But I've recently been kind of merging that a little bit with time blocking, which of course the Pomodoro method is kind of a version of time blocking, but they're much smaller blocks. But I've switched to like larger blocks, particularly about hour-and-a-half blocks. So in that time frame, I do take like breaks here and there. I'm not just working straight for an hour and a half straight and then changing tasks and then working for an hour and a half straight. But I don't know. I do have just about as much to do, but some bigger items have gotten priority. So for like at least the last couple of weeks, I've mainly focused on those bigger items, and that is editing for this here, the main channel. Working on amigurumi for next month. I don't have a lot of time left. What else? Market prep, always market prep right now. Come summer, I am basically taking the summer off. I might do one a month, but I am going to pull back because I'm a bit of a delicate flower and don't do the heat well. Even though I'm like Florida born and raised, other than like the 6-7 years I spent living in the Midwest, I just am not heat tolerant. And plus it's a slower buying season, so I'd rather take that time to market prep for fall, which is a lot busier, and like you'll have $1,000 shows if you like find the right venues. Oh, and my instructor course, because I started in January, it is April, and they only give you 6 months to like finish it. Of course, in those like 4 months, I've only worked on it like consecutively, I guess not consecutively, but if you add up the days I've worked on it, you're talking like 4. So 6 months is more than enough time, but you actually have to spend the time on it. So I've been doing that lately. I've made a couple of swatches in like the last week or two, but I'm prioritizing that a little more because, you know, important. So in addition to those things on my list, I have like normal house things. So it like, I don't know, it's included in my schedule. I basically recently have been trying to only work 12-hour days instead of doing what I normally do, which is like from the time I open my eyes to the time I close them working, which is kind of what I do now, but I made it to where I touch like all of the things that I need to currently and finish by 8 o'clock. And if I continue to working after that, it's because like I want to, not because I have to kind of vibe. So I have my like normal house things on there. Like I've got breakfast, lunch, dinner prep, dinner, the family walk that we've been trying to like implement, and I mean, we've done it before, but we've definitely like slacked off. So we're like getting back on track with that. And what else is on? Oh, I've got a miscellaneous hour. So that's for if I want to do any sort of like working out situation, if there's like any house cleaning that I want to get done. I am a clean as you go kind of person. So while I'm like making food, I'll be trying to like gather up everything, and if I don't wash the dishes or have Janessa wash the dishes in that time, I'll at least get it over to the sink so I'm not leaving like the whole area like a mess. But that's been helping us like stay on top of it. But as far as market prep goes this week, I normally don't assign days to making things, but there are a couple. I do it like that because I like to just make what I want to make, kind of. That way I don't ever like get burned out on crochet, because I'm always crocheting what I want to crochet, and it just happens to also be my job. But there are a couple of things that are like best sellers that I want to restock, particularly this week, before I have a big event this weekend. So today I'm either going to work on possums or axolotls. I wrote axolotls, but I think I had possums originally first on my list, but it didn't go on my board like that. But it just depends on how I feel when I get there. But today will either be possums or axolotls. Tomorrow will be the other one that I didn't do. Wednesday will be scrunchies, and then Thursday will be mini frogs. Friday I'm not planning to do market prep. I'm planning to like be done by then for at least this event. And then with having a market this weekend, that also means I have to film my like what I'm bringing to my market and prices video, and I'm also gonna turn those like things since I'm Since I'm prepping specific things every day, I'm also going to turn those into like how many can I crochet in a day for, you know, these things. So I'm getting 4 videos out of that, plus my like what I'm bringing to my market, and then you're watching this one. So apparently this week I'm filming 5 videos. Do I always film 5 videos in a week? No, sure don't. But I've been editing like crazy and trying to like get up what I'm editing as I'm like editing it, because I've wanted to do 2 videos a week every week. I've pretty much did okay with hitting like a video a week, but I still feel like behind where I wanted to be. So I'm just trying to get like caught back up. And if it means like video dumping on you guys, I mean, I don't mind it. You'll watch when you have time, and it'll be there if you don't have time right now, and it's fine. I think that's my whole spiel. Now it is officially 9:04, so I should in fact be editing. But I have to get up real quick and see what my baby is doing, because he's quiet and in a different room. And if you're a parent, you know that is never a good sign. Judah's been so cute, and he started pointing to birds and saying duck. And so he's right, you know, some of the time, because we do have like a lot of ducks around here. But he's also wrong sometimes, because we also get a lot of cranes that just like stroll down our road. So we'll point to the giant cranes and go duck. But he was probably seeing some cardinals. We get a lot of cardinals out front. I've got like bird feeders. It's a whole thing. And for a little while there, sadly, I was slacking on my bird feeders, but we did get those like last weekend, like set up and everything like cleaned out. So I started already seeing birds last week. The hummingbirds, because I got like a hummingbird feeder like suction right to my window, will come up like right to the window and like drink their little nectar. So that's cool. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking and get on some editing right now. And it is 9:08 on Monday, April 22nd. Okay, so I got some editing done. I edited for almost my full hour and a half. I did a couple of things while I was supposed to be editing, like gather up some pictures of some stuff I made this month for my like everything I crocheted video. Talked on the phone with Zach for a little bit, because like I want to buy this figurine we seen in an antique store when we did our ghost hunt. And I only took a picture of it then, but like every time I go into my camera roll, I think, well, that's really freaking cool. I wish I would have bought it. So I might just like go find it and buy it. But I still did some work. I just probably only worked closer to an hour than an hour and a half. But I started out with 58 minutes of footage that I needed to edit, and I'm down to 49 minutes, which means I like edited out about 10 minutes worth of stuff. And I'm in right about 8 minutes into the video. So in my experience, and I don't know if this is true for everyone, but this has been relatively true for me for most videos. For about 10 minutes worth of footage, it takes an hour to edit. So that's why I think I was right about an hour and that like hour and 30-minute time that I was supposed to be editing. Now I've moved on to the next time block, which is 10:30 to noon, where I am working on an order. I'm working on a bear, and it's like a bear in like a Buzz Lightyear costume. Don't judge me. It's a bear though. It's not Buzz Lightyear. I'm gonna argue that that's not like trademarked, because I'm not making Buzz Lightyear, but it is wearing like an astronaut uniform in the color of Buzz Lightyear. I'm doing that though. In about 45 minutes ish, I'm actually gonna get up and do lunch. So I have this block goes till noon, and then lunch goes till 1. But in that time, I usually make a lunch during like the crocheting part of the block, and then in the lunch part of the block, I go back to crocheting. I just have it like loose, you know? I just like for Judah to lay down right about 12 or so at this point, because then he will sleep until right about Zach is getting home, which is helpful to me. That way I only have like 5 hours of needing to entertain like all 3 kids during the day, because you know sometimes when all 3 need entertained for one reason or another, I cannot get the work done, I do occasionally have to stop because they like need stuff. They're not super duper self-sufficient. So I try to make my day as easy as possible, which means factoring in Zach's schedule into my schedule. So it's the easiest thing. So I have Judah basically from about 8 when he gets up, sometimes a little bit earlier, to a little after 12. So we're talking like 5 hours max, a little over 4 that I have to, you know, quote unquote deal with him. Not that he's hard, he's like the easiest one, but I just make it easier on myself because I used to nap him closer to 11, but then we'd have 2 hours after he got up, and he's got a lot of energy after nap. So I like him being able to get up, and that's about the time Zach gets home, which is about the time we do our like little family walk. So that helps get out his like little energy, and then we're like good to go after that, you know? Then we could like do dinner. It's like it's a smoother transition that way is what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna crochet for a while. This video is already probably gonna be like super long, so I'm not gonna put much like crocheting content into it. I don't think. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But probably not, because later when I crochet for like market prep, I'm going to turn that into like videos like all on their own. So yeah, hard telling. But for now, I'm going to work on this until I guess now about a half hour, about 11:15. It's 10:44 now. About 11:15, I'm going to get up and start making lunch, because that'll take like 20 minutes. And then by the time the kid's done eating, it'll be probably about noon. And then that'll be good because I'll like give him a couple minutes to like play, we'll do a diaper change, and then we'll deposit him into bed, and it'll be good. Okay, so it's like apparently 11:40. I was gonna say 11:30, but I'm a little later than what I wanted to because I wanted to start at like 11:15, but I got distracted. That seems to be the theme today. Anywho, I'm making the kids lunch. I'm just going low maintenance. We got some mac and cheese, and I try to sneak some sort of vegetable into it because the 4-year-old's kind of picky and won't just like eat vegetables. The baby will literally eat anything. I've had to like fight him off the dog food. So today we're doing canned peas. Last week we did green beans. But yeah, so it won't take long. I just gotta boil and cook the pasta. The pasta cooks for like 10 minutes and then mix it all together and then it's done. I'm also gonna do some strawberries on the side, so they have like a side with it, because just like a bowl of mac and cheese isn't that filling. So I'm about to cut up their strawberries. I don't have to for the 4-year-old, but I do try to for the baby, just so it's like a little cleaner. And then I cut the strawberry tops off because the baby will like eat the strawberry like tops and all, which is like horrifying. So I always like cut them off, and then I just give like the scraps to the chickens. We have a little bowl we keep on the counter for that. But while this is starting to boil, before I cut those, I'm gonna like wash up the dishes real quick because I need the sink clear for the strainer colander thing. So I wanted to give you guys updates. So the last thing you probably saw was me cooking, and then my battery died. So then I pretty much finished cooking. I probably sat down to eat about an hour after I started cooking. So that would have been like 12:40-ish. Would have finished eating by like 1-ish. And then 1 to 2 is like my miscellaneous time. And I've got a fair bit of editing that I want to get done this week. I want to get some like amigurumi stuff done. And I obviously need to edit at least like one video for like my main like upload. So I just spent the last hour editing. It's now 2:30 almost, which means I should be doing amigurumi, which now I am continuing to edit my amigurumi video. I'm hoping I can finish it in this block of time. That's pretty much it. I'll show you what I've been working on like all day editing wise. Let me flip this. So this is like the timeline. I told you guys it was like about an hour long when I started. I'm talking about my video, editing it. It says like the time down here. It says 1:35 now. Not that you can see that because it's really tiny. But it did say 58 minutes when I started it. And now I'm down to 35 minutes worth of footage altogether because I've edited a fair bit out. And I'm at like 24 minutes. So I've got about 10 more minutes worth of footage to get through. So that'll be probably like another hour. So I should wrap this up right about 3:30, which is when I move on to my next task, which is prepping dinner. So it is now 3:42. Jujubee just got up from his nap. Bubble? Yeah, you would play with Bubbles. I did in fact finish editing that video for Ami Gourmet that I was like needing to edit. So that I have currently uploading to YouTube. The reason why I went over time a little bit is because I just decided to go ahead and like make up the thumbnail and get it uploading into YouTube just so I don't have to like worry about it later. I have that working, and now I am gonna go get some dinner prep done. I already have a lot of footage from today and we'll be recording more later, so I don't think I'm going to film myself cutting vegetables. I guess let me know if you would have wanted to see that down below. It's not really a cooking channel, but I don't know about you guys. I don't mind cooking and or cleaning videos. I think they're fun to watch, so like I could definitely do some of that content sometime at some point, but just like not right now. Okay, so minor update. I prepped dinner, then I cooked dinner, Zach got home, everyone went outside. We didn't do our walk, but we did like backyard stuff, like the chickens and things. And then Zach had to go to Lowe's because in one of my Ami Gourmet videos, I don't remember which one, I like mentioned how we like just finished remodeling our bathroom after a year. The whole thing didn't take a year, it just like took us a year. Just because, you know, we're two people, there's kids, we work. We had finally finished it, which involved painting, putting up beadboard, changing out the like faucets for the sink, painting the countertop, changing out the light fixture, just kind of minor stuff. The beadboard was probably excessive, but my mom paid for that and like put it up for us. But everything else like we paid for, so like we got, you know, I think our faucets were like $30, and then our light fixture was like a little over 100, and then we painted. Right after we finished that, we had a leak under the bathroom sink, which we didn't know about at first because we don't go under our bathroom sink. That's where we keep paint containers. So we went under there to get some paint because we're now moving on to our bedroom and we're just kind of painting that. I kind of have it set up for the most part the way I want it, but we painted it when we first moved in and I let Zach pick the colors and I just hate it, so I'm changing it. Well, I'm changing 3 of the 4 walls. The dark wall can stay, but the rest are like a blue gray, and it's just, I'm not a gray person. It's not for me. I know I'm wearing gray right now, but this is a sports bra, so it doesn't even count. Anywho, we're repainting, so we got paint, then we noticed there was a leak under the sink and it was pretty bad, so we got that fixed, and I don't know how to fix like messed up wood, so we let it dry out for like a week, and I just got like plywood that we're gonna like cut down to size and slide in to make like a new floor. We fixed that, and then our shower starts leaking because we have like a shower from freaking 1980, all plastic parts, which go fast. So we have to like fix our shower plumbing. But basically we only noticed it because it started like warping the beadboard and stuff, and you couldn't really see any like watermarks through the like layer of paint. So we had to like rip down. We have like a corner shower, so it like juts out. This wall is like closet, and then this wall is just like comes out. So this like little wall where the shower is, that's where we had to remove the beadboard and some drywall to like get at it. So we're gonna have to freaking redo that, which sucks because like I just said we like finished that and now we gotta do it again. Only some of it, but still not pleased. Of course that would happen. Of course, like before we hung it up, we didn't check the plumbing, which we should have because it had leaked previously, but then it stopped leaking. Like we felt it all in there because it like rotted out some of the drywall before, but like it had stopped. I think because it's plastic, like sometimes it gets moved out of place or something. I don't know. But it's not like the main pipe. It's where it connects to like the shower handles, and it doesn't leak on the shower side. It leaks on the like behind the wall side. So I don't know anything about anything, you know? I don't know what I'm talking about. But it was leaking, and it only leaks sometimes. But of course it leaked after we had it all like put together. So now that's like, to sum up, Zach went to Lowe's to get some pieces to fix that, because I ordered a new shower head and shower handles, but they're like oriented a little bit different. So Zach's gotta get something to like make it work. I don't know. He does that kind of stuff. I paint. And sometimes I make him paint, but I try to do all our edging because I can edge without like painter's tape. So I'm pretty useful for that. And then I just have him like roll out the rest. Like, here, you do this now. I got stuff to do. But yeah, he is doing that and we finished eating. I still haven't crocheted for market prep yet. It is almost 7, so I'm supposed to do my instructor course. I might skip that to work on some axolotls at this point, or maybe I'll do some mini frogs or something. I'll do something that's like less exciting as far as filming goes, and I'll just like skip filming that thing. So like maybe today will be like the scrunchies, because like no one needs to see me make like 20 scrunchies, you know? I gotta do something. But I do want to finish this like part of my custom order that I was working on earlier because I didn't finish it. It's like a helmet more or less. So I've got like the head form done already, and now I'm making like a helmet to go over it. So I just want to finish that. So I'm gonna do that first and then do something else. I don't know. So it is now the next day. It is approximately 11:19 a.m. What had happened is I didn't get up on time because we went to bed late, because like last I mentioned, I think Zach was like at Lowe's getting parts to fix our shower. Our shower did not fix. The glue, like the PVC glue, didn't set and like blew through like when he turned the water back on, and that was like a whole fiasco, which is partly my fault because I got the wrong glue. I got like PVC conduit glue, not like PVC, I don't know, glue. So yeah, we had to re-glue it, which involved waiting to try to see like what was what. So like he did it again. Then we like slept overnight with like the water off, and then he gets up for work at like 2:50 a.m. because he works 4 to 4, and tried it again and it still didn't work. But that time was his error, correct glue, but he didn't like adequately glue it. But now it seems to be adequately glued, so he like went to work late and everything. But it was like a whole thing. So I got up late, and then I just made them like peanut butter and jellies and some fruit for breakfast because I wanted low maintenance. And then I sat down to start doing stuff, but then I decided to put in like a small grocery order because we're almost out of peanut butter and strawberries. So I did that, and then I also decided that we probably shouldn't just like try to, because I got a big event this weekend, we probably shouldn't try to drive 2 hours there, do the event, then drive 2 hours home to get up the next day, do it a second time. And it would just probably be better to like reserve a hotel. So, you good, buddy? He's good. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, I've found like the cheapest hotel that we could get is like $70 for the night. So like hopefully we don't bring back like bed bugs or something. I'm gonna, because I missed all my editing time for this morning, I'm supposed to be working on orders, so I guess I'm gonna crochet for my order a little bit. I did work on the rest of this like helmet yesterday, so this is what it's looking like. This will be a bear face. Pattern doesn't call for it, but I'm gonna put like a bear snoot on him because otherwise he looks not like a bear to me. And then the helmet just like kind of goes over it, so that's what we're working with. I mean, I don't know what the next part of the pattern is, so we'll just have to see. Oh, I also yesterday mentioned that I was going to do some crochet time, and I was going to either make like axolotls or possums or scrunchies or something, I don't even know. But I ended up, I had started 2 bears, I don't know, like a week or 2 ago, ran out of yarn, and that yarn finally came in. So I actually just finished those bears last night and didn't crochet like any other stuff because I had to like make the full body of the bear. I had like the head and arms done, but I had batch worked like 3 bears, was only able to finish 1 and like the parts of the others. And so I needed to do like the whole body. So it's like a little bit time consuming. So I'm going to do the order, and I'll actually probably, because it's 11 something, get up and give them some lunch first and then do the order for like probably less than an hour just to get some time in today, but then to try to like catch back up where I should be at with my schedule. You showing them Woody? That's Shagger's Woody. Here, you want me to put it closer? We got it at the Walmart. We've broken the thing off, so I had to like
put that money back down.
Fix it with the yarn. And something's wrong with his head, so now it does that. Andy's ripping. And this was a $35 toy. Oh, and his hat's missing, but it's somewhere in the house. They'll find it.
Yeah.
And yeah. Thanks for talking to me, Jack. I love you. I'm gonna do lunch and then some order time and then something. I don't even know what. Okay. Goodbye.